Hey guys, Zul'jin here and welcome to Realm of Rulers. This is a very early access medieval fantasy city building game where you are the baron of a new town and your job is to manage the town's resources and population to try to create a world that will control itself through NPC interactions, AI gathering, refining, and construction. This is going to be one of those titles that you're going to look at and say, Z, the graphics are rough. And listen, I understand that, but gameplay mechanics are paramount to me, and this does everything that a survival game is supposed to do. Like, it scratches those good little itches, and it's got some fun little variations in it. So this is how we start off pretty much. This is the world. Now, some of the graphic rendering when you get up close is a little bit rough, but in general, it's okay to look at. Like, it's kind of pretty to look at. I have all the textures set to as high as possible, and the controls are pretty simple. WASD to move around, you press F to interact, you have a few different tools. You have a destroy tool, a torch, and a gathering tool. And the gathering tools, they have three basic resources, which are tier 1 resources, like wood. And there's also advanced resources like iron ore. But you do have the basic resources are wood, stone, and barley. Okay, so the first thing that we want to do is get a few logs together so that we can make our town center. Now, the building is pretty simple in the game, but the textures are nice for it, and it gives a warm little charm to the game, and I'm going to show y'all what it's like. Let me grab a few rocks here as well. I think all I'm going to need is like 20 to start with at the most. And the cool thing too is you run really fast around, and all of this manual gathering I'm doing, like, there's one thing in survival that people hate, and that's grinding out resources, right? So right now, as I'm just talking to you, yeah, I'm grinding out some resources, but there is going to be some people helping me really soon, some NPCs. So let's find a little spot. I want to get really close to unlock a little bit of barley. We're going to need some of this too, y'all. We're going to be able to grow some of this and get it really good. But right now, what I'd like to do is place my town center somewhere in the neighborhood of all of these nice resources. This is kind of cool. It's just 4 little nodes right here. All of these kind of resources so that we can get tons of it when we need it. And the first thing I'm going to do is build my town. So you can press the V key, and the town hall is 150 oak logs, and it'll be the center of the town. Let's look at our backpack. We have 165. We also have 22 barley and 36 stone. Works out pretty well. Let's build the town center. All right, this is the town center, and we're going to place it right here. Bam, done. Well, I clicked to do it. All right, and the town center has a few things going on here. We have the forge where you can smelt down ore when you find it. You have your town management where you can manage citizens, but it says a storage shed is required. So we have to get a storage shed, and that's where we're going to place this guy right here. Or I say this guy right here. This storage shed right here. It is going to take us a little bit of stuff to get. We can also build farming plots here, but if you go to professions, storage shed says 400 logs. So naturally, we got to grind that a little bit. We don't have any help yet. Well, I got to get closer to it. Am I out? I've never run out of logs before. There we go. I've never hit a tree too many times to run out of logs. The resource nodes seem kind of infinite, which is no problem to me. Like, destructible resource nodes and terrain, kind of overrated sometimes. People look at it and say, oh, that's kind of good. You know, that's kind of bad. You can't even destroy the trees. Well, listen, outside of the graphical stuff, it's really nice. I've been playing Raft a lot, right? And Raft is, the resources come to you. Yes, you actually have to manually gather them, and you have to move around a little bit, but it's not this great adventurous quest to get all the way to some strange area where the resources are hard to get. So that's a different dynamic, and not to knock that dynamic, but I'm trying to bolster your confidence in this dynamic. It's actually kind of neat to just be able to come to a tree and get all that you want to get after a little while. Okay, do we have 400 yet? We have only 260. Holy cow. Maybe I was wrong, guys. No, I'm just kidding. But in all honesty, it really does make a huge difference not having to go all over the map. And the only thing that I like about having to go to certain areas of the map for different resources is the exploration. It kind of gives you a reason to explore. And I do like the danger associated with new areas and trying to get different resources and stuff like that. But right now, I'm quite satisfied with just grabbing 400 logs from the same tree, you know? Okay, So let's look into building our storage shed. And the storage shed looks like this. You see our little dude right there? We want to get somewhere where I can gather logs and stone and stuff. Well, he just moved me right out the way. I'm going to go right here, I think. Right here, because I want our farmer to be able to do that too. All right, so he's going to gather logs from this area, and he's going to bring it here. Now watch my inventory, ladies and gentlemen. Boop. 10 logs. Check that out. Isn't that awesome? Okay, so let's go over here to our little town, and you can train different characters or whatever. So I already have 22. I need a little bit more barley in order to grab more guys, and there's so many different things that we're gonna need. So much wood that we're gonna need. Actually, let's open up. Why is the backpack not there? There we go. All right, is this the barley? Yes, this is barley. Okay, so there's so many different materials and buildings that we're gonna need. And you could say, Z, why don't you just gather nothing but barley and get so many of the lumberjacks that you don't need to worry about anything else? Well, the fact of the matter is you have a town maximum, and you have to build houses in order to increase your population limits. So they have recipes for the big houses and small houses and all that other stuff too. So let's take a look at our backpack now. Okay, we have 78. So we can get a farmer first, okay? And the farmer is going to help us gather barley, which is going to kind of increase that too. So I think that's the first thing we do, and it's only 25. So we have 2 out of 4 citizens, 1 lumberjack, 1 farmer. Okay, now getting 50 more barley is going to be a little bit easier because our farmer lady is going to help us do that. Where's she at? Hey, girl! What's happening? Look, she got some little leaves on her butt. You see how she just did that? Oh, and some cleavage too. You rocking out. All right, so let's check it out here. We got 53 goes up to 58, 5 at a time. I don't mind if I do. All right, let's take a look at lumberjack. Now we have 3 out of 4 citizens with 2 lumberjacks. So we're gonna have 2 of our boys go into the nearby trees, and I suggest finding a little spot just like this if you're going to play the game on your own, which if you care to play it, links will be in the description below. But this will gather you quickly. If you have your town away from the trees, what's going to happen is they're just going to have longer to walk to bring back your resources. So this kind of just brings the game closer, or brings their little game closer, so they can just go back and forth really quick, and you just get your resources. See, I already have 110 wood. This is working out so dang well. Okay, so next thing on the agenda, we're going to take a look at the next thing. So we can build a house, which is 1,000 oak logs and 200 stone to increase the maximum population by 4. And then look, large house and taverns. Don't mind if I do. That we can also get farming plots, which are going to allow us to manually grab some of the not enough resources. Some of the barley here, which I ain't gonna lie, old girl will probably get us enough for what we need, but I have no idea how big we're gonna want the town right now. So I do think that I should build one farm while I'm waiting. Let's see. So we're gonna need 200, I think it is, for that. 300 actually. So let's assist, and it's gonna become nighttime here soon. So I'll tell you what, nighttime is way too long for my taste. That's one complaint that I have about the game. It is really long and it is dark. I mean dark, but luckily I do have a torch, so I can see in my nearby vicinity. So it's not that bad, but like I said, it is definitely something to consider. Okay, 280. 300. Good deal. My boys is working overtime over here. All right, let's get a farm together. And then we're going to have to save up resources for our... there's my little torchlight. We're going to have to save up resources. I'd like to put it in an area of that there's already here. I think this is going to be a good area here. Let's go ahead and go to farming. And it places a little bit far out. There it is. You can kind of see it there. Let's place it right there. Okay, very good. So this is our little farm plot. Yeah, it's kind of buried. It's not that bad, but you'll see it'll grow just like that. And I don't know what's going to happen to these resources if I can actually go through them, even though I don't think I can. I don't think they'll run out, but this will be a supplement, and it's just showing you off a feature of the game and how it works. It's a basic farm plot, and after about a day or so, it will actually grow into one of these guys, and I can just harvest it, and it'll give me 50 at one time. So it's a pretty cool deal. Okay, now we're going to have to work on getting a miner, and for the miner, we need 75 barley. So what is our current setup here? We have 48. We probably just need to gather a little bit off of this one. Let's go with the gathering tool, and we can actually, am I getting it? Yeah, 60. We need 75 for a miner, and after that, that'll be our full population, right? So we're gonna need to expand a little bit. So let's do, let's see, there we go. I almost forgot for a second. Train miner. Okay, now we got 4 out of 4 citizens. Let's take a look at the miner. Where's the miner? And what's he doing? There he is. He looks the same as the lumberjack. Whoa, my boy. Dang. You got some range on that pick. So I like it because whoa, that was a little late thing. Okay, how much we got? 16, 21. I wonder if he's going to get iron as well. I do wonder. He didn't get anything yet. Although I wonder if we can put rocks in the smeltery. I wonder how that works. We'll let him work for a little while, and we'll actually hit on one of these rocks too to see what we can do. I'm just going to gather right here and see. I don't know if the nodes look any different, but I did hit quite a few rocks in a little test game that I played earlier. And I don't think there was any iron to be had. I do know that there are a number of rocks that we're going to need to grab for the next project, which is, if I am not mistaken, it's 200 stone, yep, for the house. And that's going to increase our maximum population by 4, which means we'll be able to get even more lumberjacks, more farmers, and more miners. I do think I'm going to balance it out a little bit. I think I'm going to do 1 more lumberjack. I think I'm going to do 1 more miner. Well, 2 more miners maybe. That way I'll have 3 and 3, and then I could just do 1 more farmer. Actually, with the farmer, because we already have our farm plot set up, and barley is probably going to be less needed than the rocks and the stones for the buildings, maybe I'll just stick with 1 farmer for now and just let her do. I think I'll just go for rocks and wood here. Alright, let's see here. So we are getting iron ore. It never says that we're getting iron ore. I bet you it's because of my little miners that are working. So we'll be able to see how to get some iron too, which is the crafting requirements for some of the higher end deals. So if we take a look at the building, you can see the large house takes 20 iron bars. Okay, so that's definitely a thing, and that's the next thing. So we'll need 1 house, then we'll go to a larger house, which will be 2,500 oak logs. Yeah, we're gonna need a lot of. Actually, man, I might do 3 farmers and 1 more miner. 50 iron bars. I don't think that's gonna take a lot. That increases population by 14. Holy cow, we're gonna have a bustling city. See what I mean? It's still night. It seems like it should have passed by now. So that's a thing. All right, we should probably see about what it takes to yeah, there's the iron ore. Oh, we got coal. Okay, so coal, fuel, iron ore. There we go. Smelt. Well, that's not bad at all, is it? Now I got some iron bars. That's pretty cool. Okay, and they're gonna keep adding to our fuel, our coal or whatever. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so yeah, they're gonna mine that straight away. I don't think I got any from doing the actual mining myself, so it kind of makes you depend on them, even if you didn't want to. Let's check our little farm plot right here. We got a little sprout. See how it's growing a little bit? Yeah, that's our little seedling going. So you can plant more of those if you want, actually. Not in the same plot. You just have to make other plots, and it kind of just happens. But you do have to manually harvest that, so just keep that in mind. Okay, so we get off our backpack. We take a look at this. Now we're going to need 1,000 logs. We already have our 200 stone. So 400, we need 600 left, which is going to kind of suck to get. I'm not even going to lie. 600 is probably bad. At one time, you know, let's go out by our boys here. Look at this dude. Get out of my way, man. Get out of my way. I'm trying. This is my tree. So yeah, yeah, it's gonna take me a little while. But whoa, man, that is a loud sound, dude. He is minding his butt off. Look at his little footy pajamas pants he's wearing too. Oh my gosh, that scared the heck out of me at first when he did that. Dang. It's like chuck, chuck. All right, let's see here. So we have, how many do we have right now? We should be pretty close. 565. It's not going to take us too long, especially with the two guys helping me out a little bit. So what do y'all think about it so far? I mean, it's got the basic mechanics of a really neat game. The development that they're talking about doing, listen to this. While I'm chopping this, I'll give y'all some things. So the current version, according to the website, has basic building, basic worker AI, basic farming, basic gathering notifications, NPC workers that gather and retrieve resources, day and night cycle, citizen management, lumberjack, miner, and farmer AI professions, slot-based drag-and-drop inventory system, drag-and-drop refining system, and a Tier 1 resources including oak, logs, stone, and the Tier 2 resources, iron bars, and they're also barley. The upcoming version, which it doesn't say when, says more Tier 2 resources, oak planks, clay, metal, and coal. So we got some of that. Basic caves with Tier 1 loot and wolf enemies inside. Seed choices in farm plots. More building types and styles. Blacksmith to upgrade citizen efficiency. And there's actually some more to click on here. Optimization of AI and draw calls. Different seasons and weather. Hunger and thirst for villagers. Optimization of AI and draw calls, I already said that, and more animations. There are quite a few known issues right now as well, as you can tell, but right now the biggest one is 50 plus NPCs can result in the game starting to drop frames. So that's something to be aware of, but look at the oak logs that we have now, ladies and gentlemen. We are ready to go. So, without further ado, it's kind of sad that it's still nighttime, and I would love to place this during the daytime, but we'll figure out how to do it. Okay, we don't want to put it anywhere near it's gonna mess up. I think we're just gonna go for like right here, because the town is gonna kind of revolve around our resource nodes. I think is gonna be the best bet. So let's take our house. The house is right here. Oh, I wonder if it places like inside or outside. I have no idea. Let's rotate it with Q and E. There's the door. Okay, good. So yeah, Q, okay, let's rotate it like this. Let's put it right on the side of our little shed here. That'll be the first house, y'all. Yeah, that'll be the first house. Can we go in it? No, not yet. It's okay, but the aesthetic is correct, so that's fine. I like how you don't have to group them and it's not grid-based. You could just kind of place it wherever. I don't know if you can really clip stuff together, but we should have some maximum population increase now, and because of our farmer, we've probably been getting a lot of barley, which I haven't been neglecting. 106, that's pretty good. That means 2 more lumberjacks, and we have 6 out of 8 citizens. I think 2 more lumberjacks after this might be the ticket too, because aside from the iron bar, let's see, the iron bars, we only have 3. We don't have any more copper. Actually, we might need another miner, y'all. Let's check on our little farm setup. Is this ready to go? Gathering tool, it sure is. 50 barley. Very nice, huh? 50 really quick. That actually kind of puts us very, very close to the... Okay, we just got some iron ore now, just because we said something. I think we should get at least 1 more miner, just to kind of help with it. So 66 right now. Let's just farm a little bit of it. 66, 68, 70, 72, 74, 76. All right, we should have enough now. Let's go ahead and train our miner. All right, we have 7 out of 8 citizens. I think the next deal should be another lumberjack anyway, because the wood requirements for some of this stuff are so ridiculous. So we might as well just try to gather here. We need 50, and we also have to take into consideration what the farmer is bringing for us. So I think this is 20 and 30. The farmer probably brought us 10 so far. And that's 40. We should have 50. We have 53. Look at that. We know how to play this game, y'all. Lumberjack. All right, 8 out of 8 citizens. So we have a literal posse going into the neighboring woods and just working for us, man. This is really cool. Well, I think this showcases the game pretty much, guys. I think what I might do, if I do a second episode before it updates out, you guys gotta let me know if y'all like it or not, and if y'all like to see the town much bigger. If we come back with a second episode, I'll make sure that we're in daylight so we can build some of the other big upgrades for it, because we've still got some more iron bars to get for the next upgrade, and I don't want to grind all those resources on camera for you guys, but we have the beginnings of what I think is going to be a very, very cool game here. Or coal. You can't split stacks at all, so maybe you just have to take the coal out when you finish. So far we only have 8 iron bars, and what do we need actually? Oh wait, let's do resume game. I seem to have lost my cursor. F, there we go. B. There. It's kind of weird. The UI is kind of choppy sometimes, but you can get it done. Okay, so I have 8 iron bars left, and I need a total of 20, so that's not bad. The 2,500 oak logs is going to take a little while for my guys to get, but I have faith in them. They're hard workers. But at any rate, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. If you did, give me some dap on that like button to show your support, and you can subscribe to the channel for more daily videos. Thanks so much for watching. As always, this is Zul'jin signing off, and we'll see you next time.